What you guys are looking at here is a bushfire that happened last night, pretty close to our house. You can see there's a house down there. It's about 120, 130 meters away from the fire, so we were quite concerned that we weren't going to have a structure left. But the firefighters worked throughout the night and seemed to have got the fire contained. So we're happy that we don't have to rebuild. What we're hoping to see happen this week is that the fence will be completed. All the poles are in now. They've lined the gates up. They'll come back and install them today. Put the fencing up. On the housing front, we're hoping to get the roof on. We're waiting on our supplier to deliver the roof sheets. Hopefully they get them early this week and can get them out to us. Once that's up, we'll do the exterior cladding. So hopefully at the end of this week we'll have something that looks more or less like a house. Just heard back from our supplier. There's going to be a delay with the roof sheeting and the windows. So we won't get much done today. What the carpenters are going to do is do all the prep work on the ceiling, so that when the roof sheeting comes we can just attach and go from there. No, thank you. I'll keep my feet on the ground. I know where I belong. And you guys can see that the fire has flared up again. It's a really, really hot day today. Let's hope that the fire department can get that under control. Wind has changed direction and the fire is raging again. It's getting very, very close to where we are. This fire is getting closer and closer to our property. So that fire that took a turn, burnt half of the ground in our property. This guy over here is our absolute hero. If he didn't cut the fire break, it would have gutted the house. So I'm just having him clear all the ground now. Going to give this guy a massive reward. What a star. My builder got in the action as well. Jumped in his car, rode home to go fetch some metal blades that enabled us to cut the fire break. Yeah. And this young man over here, he was so brave. He was right by the fire trying to help out. I don't know what you guys call it, but this is a sourfish plant. Very interesting that this never burnt during the fire. Obviously a succulent, it's holding a lot of water. So I reckon we'll be planting this around the perimeter. Seems like a good fire break. So here we are, Tuesday of week 4. Last night was quite a hectic night. We're up most of the night just keeping an eye on the plot, so that making sure that nothing else took flame. And now that we're here at Tuesday, we can look at the positives. We were going to have to clear this land anyway, so the fire did us a favor. We didn't see that yesterday, but now that we're looking at it, it's actually a positive. Guys have resumed work today. They're carrying on with putting up the eaves. And then I think we're going to move on to the external cladding of the house. Except the weather plays along. We had some thunderstorms last night. The sky seems to be quite clear today. So I think we'll get a full day's work in. Let's hope the guys that are doing the fence actually show up today. Looks like we're making some progress today. The guys have showed up for work. Looks like we're going to get the fencing on. That's the long boundary fence completed. They've literally turned the corner. Tomorrow they'll finish up the front and that short boundary, and the gates will go on. So hopefully we can have the dogs running around here tomorrow evening. We're now on Wednesday of week 4. I've just arrived here. It's been a hectic morning. I've missed half the day. We've had power outages, internet issues. I've been trying to sort those out. Guys are moving along. They're putting the front side eaves on. It's a little mishap. Luckily the scaffolding's not that high. This little gentleman over here just fell off. Okay, that's on the house in front. On the fencing. It's coming all the way down here. Turn the corner. They've got this gate on today. Gone all the way up there. Put the far side boundary on as well. We've just noticed one issue. Also selected gates from the co-op. It turns out that they are not manufactured by the same people, so they're slightly different. Just going to swap those around and get the new gate on. And hopefully by this evening I can have my little doggies running around here. Joys of living in the country. You have cows and pigs and all sorts popping by whenever they want to come have a snack on the grass. Done. These guys are busy with the backside eaves. Still no sign of buco, so there's no roof sheeting. We hope it's going to come tomorrow. We are making progress on the fence though. You got to love that country life, eh? You got to return your gate. Nobody asks you for a receipt, proof of payment, nothing like that. They just swap it out for you. The fence is coming along. It's the first phase of the fencing. We'll do the rest a bit later. Just doing the last piece from the front side of the house. Should get that done for today. Don't think there'll be much else happening. We haven't had a delivery come out. Let's keep our fingers crossed that it happens tomorrow. Here we are, Thursday of week 4. Still waiting for the hardware supply to deliver the roof sheeting. So in the meantime, the carpenter's just doing the web bracing, and then we're going to start cladding the outside walls. Okay, so we can't wait on the hardware supplies anymore. We want to put the roof sheeting on first. So we're going to have to put the cladding on. These guys are totally unreliable. So typical of South African service, really. Actually quite shocking. What we're doing is putting on the isotherm now. It's a one-way isotherm. You see the reflective side is out facing the outside to keep the house cool in summer and warm in winter. And over that goes the new check cladding boards which I've laid out here. So by the end of the day we'll probably have a house with no roof. Next, the end of day 4. Once again, not much done. The big hold up's been that the hardware haven't delivered as they promised again. Anyway, we'll see if they come tomorrow morning. Looks like we finished just in time. The weather is coming in. Probably going to rain tonight. So here we are, Friday of week 4. We had some more rain, quite a bit of rain last night. The floor inside is still a bit wet. Everything else on the outside looks okay. We just had some good news. I've got a call from the hardware supplier. They've loaded up and they should be here early this morning. And then we can get the roof sheeting on. We can do the rest of the cladding and hopefully have it looking like a house by the end of the day. And Buco finally arrived. We've got our windows, we've got our roof sheeting, we've got the top caps, and then we've also got all of our electrical. Just waiting on some wire and the GB box. But so far everything looks good.
So we're off to Sedgefield Market this morning. It's my birthday and Warren's taking me out. Guys, look at this view. Our favorite stretch of the road is this forested, tree-lined stretch. And this is our first trip back into the Western Cape since we moved to Corredo. So that's going to be interesting. I can't wait to get to Sedgefield Market. I've been dreaming about their vet cook since the last time we were there, which was about a year ago. So I'm super excited for this trip. So we're coming up to the toll gate now, and this is where we pass into the Western Cape. Wow, so pretty. So we're coming into Plettenberg Bay now. Such a beautiful drive. So we're coming into the famous Knysna. And you can see the lagoon there, and this is the setting for the book Circles in the Forest, about the elephants, the Knysna elephants, which up until recently we thought that they had all died out, but they have found some elephant tracks, and so they are still in the Knysna forest, apparently. There's some of the forest. Coming into Sedgefield now. It's been about a 2-hour trip.
Yeah.
Hey Warren?
Yeah.
And the market's coming up. Here we go. The market's coming up. And this is the famous Sedgefield market. I'm so super excited for this. I've been nagging to come back here for a whole year.